So, hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of Icy Tales. This is Yashwant Swami, and we have Avanti Deshpande with us today. Miss Avanti is a clinical nutritionist. She's the founder of a healthy food startup known as Avanti, to her name only. She advises people on PCOS, gut health, and diabetes. She has several achievements to her name, including Women Achievers of Pune 2020. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. My pleasure to be on your show.
That's great. So, ma'am, my first question to you is, can you please tell us something about your journey? Was getting into nutrition always the aim or something that pushed you towards the same?
No, actually, I always had a passion for food.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was sure to do something in the food line because I love cooking. And right since, my teenage, my childhood, I've been into a lot of, recipe finding, cooking, helping mom in the kitchen and trying out different recipes.
Mm-hmm.
And what was really a turning thing was, where I was actually obese and overweight when I was in my college days.
Mm-hmm.
And because food was something which was very interesting, and there was a new course which had come up in our college, which is SNDT Pune, which was food science and quality control. And with that, there was a nutrition point also. So that was a triggering factor where I wanted to bring a change in my lifestyle, and this was a way that I could connect with my liking with my field. So since 11th grade, I have been in SNDT. I was constantly in touch with food and I love the subject. And I think going into this line was then after that quite natural.
Okay, so that's a real passion from you inside only.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's great. Ma'am, as you told, we eat several cuisines every day, and they have a variety of nutrition in themselves. Then why is it
yes,
important for us to track our nutrition intake?
yeah. So that's a very good question. Actually, that is what even I practice. I practice holistic nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that different people, different regions of India. If you take India as a whole, also
Mm-hmm.
in North you will find people eating more of wheat-based products. In the South you'll find people eating more of rice-based products. The diet changes entirely when you move up north, and that changes completely when you move towards the south, and the
Right.
east and the west have its own flavor. Now, why this happens is because there is a difference in the environment there. The environment decides what crop is going to be grown there, and that is how determines what you are going to eat at that point in time. Okay,
Right.
but now what happens is food groups are different. Like you have a protein, you have carbohydrates, fat. I mean, we've studied that in school.
Right.
So just brushing that out. What happens, unfortunately, in today's scenario is we have got skewed in terms of choosing the right food groups throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, as nutritionists, we advocate eating by the healthy plate. This is given by the Harvard University, which
Okay.
says 50% of your meal should be for salads, 25% should be coming from your protein sources, that is the dals, curds, chicken, fish, meat, poultry, non-vegetarian,
Right.
sprouts that you consume, even nuts and oilseeds. And the remaining 25% will come from the carbs that you consume. That could be anything from chapati in the north, or it could be rice in the south, or Maharashtra or something. It would be a mix of both. And the east it would again be probably more of rice. So what is more important is, of course, you have to stick to whatever is your staple, and I really advocate that because
Mm-hmm.
that is where you see a difference in your body once you are eating whatever is your staple. So we don't change the staple food. That means if a person who is eating rice as a staple in his diet, I'm not going to change that. What I am only going to change is the way combination of vegetables, proteins, carbs, and everything put together. Whatever is missing out, we just make it up, and whatever is good in the diet, we will not remove that. So that should be the approach, which is a more of a holistic approach.
Right. So it's about balancing the diet according to the
Yes,
protein groups and the fat and the carb. Okay.
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
ma'am, as we eat different food, our personality get like that. So our personality reflects what we eat. Even our face skin can. We want to understand how different nutrients work and affect our bodies on a scientific level.
Yeah. So, yes, nutrients make up our body, okay? And what you eat is what you see, like your skin might look very different if you are eating healthy.
Yeah.
Or, if you're eating unhealthy, you might just see, a lot of acne is happening, or, your skin darkening happening, or there's a lot of obesity darkening around the neck area, or, otherwise also. So what happens is your food decides, and of course, with that, a good workout also added up. It's not just the
Right.
food; you need to be physically active as well. But the when you every chance you get to eat, I feel that you should. There is a chance to nourish, or there is a chance to deplete your body of nourishment. So whenever you get a chance to eat, you should see that you are nourishing your body. Now, if I have to speak from the scientific perspective, I think there are several nutrients and there are several biochemical pathways, and it's
Mm-hmm.
all complicated, and it's beyond, I think, the scope of our talk. But one thing which I really would like to talk about, which is really gain importance in these recent times, is gut health. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me just elaborate a little bit on that. Your
Sure.
gut health is something that is, we talk about the microorganisms which are present in the large intestine.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are millions and trillions of microorganisms, bacteria being predominant, and the others that fall secondary. Now, when your gut is healthy, that means your digestion is good, your absorption of nutrients is good. These microorganisms will help you to make the nutrients in the body, throw off the toxins, deal with a lot of metabolic disorders
Mm.
also. So, gut health determines the health of your overall body.
Mm-hmm.
So, your skin health, if your digestion is good, your skin health is going to be good, because if you digest the food well, you are going to have a good proper motion. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to remove all the toxins out of your body. That's what starts showing on your skin. That is what starts showing on your body. So just following a low calorie diet is not something which is going to give you an effect as good as eating healthy, and first of all taking care of your gut. So it is known and it has been proven through several research that if your gut is healthy, if the microorganisms flourish, that is, the good microorganisms, if they grow, if they multiply
Right.
in number, they will keep you away from a lot of diseases, including heart diseases, diabetes, PCOS, thyroid, even Alzheimer's and other mental disorders. This is the power of your gut health and the gut microorganisms. And I think in recent times there is a lot talked about it. And of course, I did a specialization in that because this was something which was a very interesting topic. How can these minute microorganisms rule our body is something very interesting. So in fact, when I studied, I learned that your microorganisms and the type that are formed in the body, it starts right from the time you're born,
Okay.
right from the time the way the delivery happens, from infancy to
Mm-hmm.
adulthood, and it has a bearing throughout your life. So you can change it, of course. If you
Right.
are having gut health issues, you can change and make your gut more healthy. So all in all the nutrients finally are absorbed better if your gut is healthy, and that decides what your health and what your skin and other parts of the body are going to be like.
Yes, ma'am. So you elaborated very greatly about the gut health, and you also talked that diseases start from the stomach, right? So how can we regulate our gut health?
Yeah, so the thing is, there are various things that you can do to regulate the gut health. Let me tell you what decides that you have an unhealthy gut. Let us start from
Yeah,
there. So
sure.
people know, like, okay, they might have an unhealthy gut. So,
Right.
whenever you're eating food and if you feel bloated after eating a meal, it often happens a lot of times. You're
Mm-hmm.
eating a meal and then after that you feel, oh my God, I've eaten too much. This is very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have eaten so much. Actually, you've not eaten much. It is that, your body is not able to digest that food well. That is why you're feeling that heaviness is there.
Okay.
Feeling sluggish, feeling tired,
Mm-hmm.
having a lot of these chronic disorders, having autoimmune disorders, or simply having acidity, bloating. These are all signs which indicate that your gut is unhealthy.
Right.
Even if you're not able to pass your motions daily, or if you have difficulty in passing motions, you have constipation issues,
Mm-hmm.
that also indicates that you are having an unhealthy gut. So these are the symptoms. Now let us just see how your body can really improve the gut health, or how
Mm-hmm.
we can help our body to improve the gut health.
Sure.
There are two things that you can give more importance to.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is what we call as the prebiotics. That is, that is the fiber present in the fruits and the vegetables.
Okay.
So we insist constantly, and it has been given by all the national bodies and international bodies also, which speak about consuming 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in the day. It's a very, very basic thing, and I think we've been studying right since our school, through our
Right.
college days. School, though, I think if you ask a school child also, he can tell you, yes, you should be having 5 servings of fruits
Yeah.
and vegetables. Now, why is this important? Of course, you get antioxidants, you get minerals, you get vitamins, but also you get something which is known as a fiber. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this fiber enters into the large intestine, and acts as the food for the microorganisms. So the microorganisms feed on this fiber, multiply in number. Once they multiply in number, they will help your body to have all the positivities that we are looking at. The second most important thing is something which we talk about is probiotic. Okay. Now, what is a probiotic? These are the live microorganisms, that is lactobacilli, where you ingest them directly and they reach the large intestine and they're already live, so they start the action immediately. Where do you get these live microorganisms? Simple example is having buttermilk in the diet or having curds in the diet is the most natural form of getting your probiotics. That is the live microorganisms. The other sources which will help you to give the probiotics is the kefir milk these days, kombucha tea, fermented vegetables, the Chinese fermented vegetables. And people have started incorporating these things into the diet and seeing a lot of positivities. And one very important thing is trying to balancing out the food. What I told you initially,
Mm-hmm.
eating by the healthy plate is definitely going to increase the load of the good bacteria and decrease the pathogens or the bad bacteria. That's
Mm-hmm.
how you start slowly getting healthy. So, in
Okay.
15 days, when you start just making these small changes in your diet, you'll see that you're feeling better after eating a meal. You're not feeling sleepy after eating meals. You're feeling more energetic in the day. You're feeling like doing more towards
Right.
the end of the day, not feeling like sleeping early, enthusiastic, energetic. And these are the things that we really observe and we say, okay, you are improving.
Right.
We are seeing an improvement. Please continue with whatever you're doing.
Right. So mood, our health, our day-to-day life is all related together.
Yes,
Right.
everything, everything.
Right. Ma'am, there are many times when people go off track with their diet or fitness regime.
Yes.
Tell us what you do to stay focused and some tips that can help readers with the same.
See, the thing is, we are humans and we are not robots, okay? So we are going to go wrong. We are going to enjoy, and there's so much available, right? You will have, like Swiggy is there. You order on Swiggy, you order on Zomato. I mean, access to food, especially in the cities, is become very easy. But
Right.
of course, you have to remember that following mindful eating makes sense than, having a complete restriction in the diet. I see like people, either they follow too restricted diets where they're leaving out food groups completely, or then, they suddenly have everything and then try to have each and everything. And, because you're restricting your diet so much, you feel like eating everything. But
Right.
the best would be having moderation, right? Today, if I'm going wrong, I'm on a holiday, I am going to eat whatever is available in that area, that locality, eat it, enjoy it. Once you come back home, get back on track, start with your workout, start with your healthy eating. There's no need to follow total restriction in the diet. You're
Right.
going to actually, famish your body. The moment the body is famished, it gives a
Mm-hmm.
signal that, please go back, there's something wrong, you're not going to get any more food. So whatever fat is there, that storage starts happening. But if you nourish,
Mm-hmm.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you nourish the body, you are going to assure the body that you're giving good food, and then you will see the fat loss happening. You will see the changes in the metabolism happening.
Right.
In fact, diabetes reversal also I have seen, PCOS reversal I have seen, thyroid under control. So all these things are possible by following mindful eating rather than following too restricted diets or and then splurging into something extreme. Hence, don't go on extreme ends of the diets.
Right. So, what has been seen in the PCOS is increasing continuously in women, and is also seen as a taboo in a society as well. What is the reason for this, and how can it be avoided, and how should we normalize talking about these too?
So I don't think it's a taboo anymore. It is a fact. This is what is really happening. And in fact, the statistics were saying it was 1 in 10 women who were getting affected. But the recent statistics, if you check, it says 1 in 5 women, especially in the urban population, is getting affected. This is the way it is going rampant. Now,
Hmm.
why is PCOS happening very common in the urban areas as compared to the rural population? Is because we have a fast-paced life.
Hmm.
Women want to achieve more, and it happens to everybody. There are multiple roles a woman has to play. Or see, and PCOS happens from all ages. Okay, so it happens from the menarche, that is the start of the period, right
Hmm.
up to towards the menopause, that is 40, 45 plus. So the
Hmm.
range of PCOS affected women is the reproductive age, which starts from 15, it goes right up to 50. This is the wide range that is happening.
Okay.
Now, there are several different reasons why it will happen in different age groups. Like if you consider the teenage, the reason why they will have PCOS is because they are sedentary. They are not moving about. They are not eating healthy. They are eating junk food a lot many times. They are constantly, indoors and not exposing themselves outdoors, or not playing a lot outdoors. So this is the reason why, you will find that teenagers are getting affected more with PCOS. So the minute they start getting active, the minute they start having a mindful eating pattern, eat junk food. Of course, I'm not going to say stop eating junk food, but be mindful. Decide, okay, one day of the week is my day when I'm going to eat junk food. The rest of the days, I will follow eating by the healthy plate method.
Right.
When you move towards women of the child, like 20s to 30s, where they have to think about many things at one point in time. It could be career, it could be home, it could be children, everything put together. And most of the mothers are multitasking, like how in the urban population. That is where the stress is a factor which causes the PCOS, rather than see, generally 20s to 30s we start getting more mindful about eating, because we've done it all, in our teenagers, and now we want to have a healthy lifestyle. Maybe women want to start having a healthy life because, they want to have children, they want to, settle, they want to perform better. Now, what is happening is, in this age group, stress is one of the major factors which causes PCOS more than the diet or the exercise. So getting down the stress becomes a very important thing along with mindful eating in 20s to 30s. And if you consider 40 plus, the reason why the PCOS happens is that they are moving towards the menopause, and there are metabolic changes that are happening in the body. The metabolism gets slower, and generally 40, what happens? The children have grown,
Right.
they are settled, but we are not all that active at that point in time. The activity levels are down. We still keep on eating the same food. That is where we start putting on weight. Because we start putting on weight, because we're following a sedentary lifestyle, we start seeing PCOS. To that, adding on is the perimenopausal stage. So it could be the reason. So at different stages of a woman's life, the reason for PCOS could be very different. But at the end of the day, PCOS, you have to follow something which is, a balanced diet. You have to follow an alkaline ash diet, what we call, you could check on my website. The reason why PCOS will happen in women right from the age of 15 to about 50. What needs to be remembered is stress management, managing your diet pretty well in terms of eating mindfully, including certain herbs which are going to help you to balance out the insulin resistance, and having a good and active lifestyle. And of course, you're going to see that your PCOS reverses with the help of medication, with a doctor's advice, or without that, just with a nutrition advice.
Okay. So that's a very informative answer. So, ma'am, you also founded a startup of healthy foods. What's on your mind when you make these products, and how can they help with our metabolism?
Yeah. So the thing is, the reason why I started off the food products is basically, I'm a technologist myself, a food technologist. So having, it was conception of a new idea, bringing up that new idea, culminating it into something which is going to be useful. And what happened, the reason why I developed these products, I have got, products which will help you to manage your PCOS conditions. That is the flours, like the day-to-day things that you use. So I have got something which is dal chila. I have got a diabetic roti atta, a gluten-free millet atta. What happens is, when you make difference or changes in your staples, you will see that the reversal happens much faster. And when I was moving into the market, I realized that even though the market has got healthy products, the way they are supposed to be healthy, devoid of the preservatives, devoid of all the added. So it is said as healthy, but it might not necessarily be healthy. So keeping that in mind, I came up with these food products which are going to help people with PCOS, with diabetes, with thyroid, help to manage the condition and to reverse it much faster, because you're making changes in the staple itself. And all the products are free of preservatives, and they have a good shelf life of about 4 months. And they are making a lot of difference to people who are consuming those products. We are seeing a lot of changes.
That's good, and many congratulations to you.
Yeah, and all these products are also available on Amazon and Flipkart. So Avanti is my brand name. You can just go and pick it up from there.
Sure. Ma'am, you are an inspiration to many. Would you like to share your diet plan, and how do you maintain your health?
Yeah, so one thing I always do is, I will not sleep before I don't finish my workout. So that is very important. So, in fact, because I like gymming and I like doing weights, like I am a lot into fitness. Since the time I realized that fitness is something which is which you cannot do without, I started learning more about fitness and I
Mhm.
started incorporating that into my day-to-day schedule. So I have like a fixed schedule of I might just work out 5 days a week. That's compulsory.
Mhm.
So I have started so there are days like there'll be a day of yoga, there'll be two to 3 days of weight training, and about 1 or 2 days of cardio, and it's a mix of that whenever as and when I get time. But one thing for sure is I will see to it that I do my daily activity.
Mhm.
Okay. Along with this, what I follow is planning my meals around the protein. So in my breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner, there is definitely going to be a protein portion. 5 servings of fruits and vegetables is definitely what I will follow.
Right.
I will have the carbs to go along with that. And
Mhm.
of course, I will also go wrong in following my diet because, as I told you, socializing is important.
Right.
Mixing up with people is important. Otherwise, you'll go mad, constantly being on a diet.
Yeah.
But the next day, I will come back on track. I will make an effort to go back to my workout, go back to my healthy eating, and that's it. I think that is what is required.
Mm. Do you work extra that day?
No, I don't work out anything extra. You just have to get back on track.
Mhm.
From that day onwards to probably the next Saturday, my routine will be really good. So then it's sorted out, Then I don't have to worry about the next Saturday food that I'm going to eat.
Right. Ma'am, in the last, could you please brief our viewers about your programs and services?
Yes. So
Mm.
I am a consultant nutritionist and I have programs in clinic as well as online.
Mhm.
So I have got specialty programs and you could visit my website, which is avantideshpande.com.
Mhm.
I have got programs for each and every ailment because we look at it very practically and try to give you a practical solution which is personalized. That is very important. So we have got program which is a 90 days PCOS reversal program.
Mhm.
We have got a diabetes reversal program, a
Mhm.
thyroid reversal program.
Mhm.
We have got a pregnancy plan which helps a woman right from preconception to the 9 months of pregnancy, after that lactation, and then weight loss post lactation. So it's a 2 year woman sign up with us. And what else? I'm going to come up with a new program which is CJM Smart Program, because this is
Okay.
the latest trend in the market where we study the CGM data and then we give a more personalized diet. So I have got all these programs, and
Yeah.
so my best program is the gut healing program, which
Mhm.
is the 8 weeks program. In that, people with autoimmune diseases, IBS problems, metabolic disorders like PCOS,
Mhm.
diabetes, and other conditions as well, like Hashimoto's and all, also get a benefit with this gut healing. Because finally, when your gut gets healed, all your problems get better,
Mhm.
as I have explained in the beginning. So I've specialized in that. I have taken a special degree and studied more in depth about gut health. And that is why this program really gives benefits to a lot of people.
That's great. That's great. Ma'am, we had a very great conversation with you about everything about PCOS, about gut health, and also about metabolism. And we get to know that how really it is important for us to maintain our nutrition intake. So, very thank you, ma'am, to join us.
My pleasure. My
Okay,
pleasure to be here.
sure. Have a good day, ma'am.
Have a good
Bye. Bye.